see you. Hello and welcome to Champagne Diaries. Today from the Blue Saloon here in it's called Luxury and Colors apartment. So this is a sneak peek behind maybe you can see this beautiful painting here, but it's really, really beautiful. So just to show you around, maybe I'm gonna do an apartment tour soon. So I am later than planned, but here Instagram Karen is already watching. Hi, hello. So let me just share this into the groups real quick. I wanted to go live on my business page, but you know what? Facebook, screw you. It did not allow me to go live on my business page and share it into my group. So it is really annoying what Facebook is doing lately. But you know what? We do not want to complain. I'm very happy that we have this platform, because otherwise I would not be able to communicate with you. So thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Instagram. So that, because otherwise we have never met. I have no way to get my message out there and to connect with you all. So I'm very grateful. Okay, hi Friederike, hi Olga. If you're watching live, let's kick off this Champagne Diaries a little bit differently, a little bit fun, which has nothing to do with the topic I'm talking about today, which is all about manifestation and how you can manifest faster. I'm going to share with you in a second what I manifested the last 2 days and what is needed for you to master so that you master your manifestations, which is mastering your energy. And how you can do this. Hi, Olga. So to kick this off, I have not posted this into the description. I will post it later. That this whole Facebook Live series is called Champagne Diaries, right? Because I love champagne, and champagne is kind of my soul medicine. Whenever my soul wants me to relax more because my ego is kind of kicking in and wants to take over, like, okay, let's have a little bit of champagne, and then we're gonna relax and we get into more alignment and enjoying the life and tapping into the flow of life, right? So it's all about following your soul desires and do what makes you feel good in a very balanced way, so that your soul feels nourished and not depleted and not exhausted, and really seen, felt, and heard. And so after this portal of 20th of February and Mercury retrograde at the moment. Hi Mareike, good to see you. And all the new moon vibes from yesterday. I feel like more clarity today. I was really inspired the last days. A lot came through for me. So to kick this Facebook Live off, I will end here on Instagram. I would love to hear, what is your favorite drink, so that when you ever feel like, oh my God, my ego is taking over, I would love to chillax a little bit more. What do you prefer? Are you a bubble queen like I am? Do you prefer champagne? I love rosé. Or are you more a red wine, white wine girl? Or do you prefer beer? I mean, I love beer when I go to the Oktoberfest every time in October in Germany. So whatever your heart, your soul desires, it is. Drop in the comments what your favorite drink is. Maybe it's a cocktail. Maybe it's I know Eleanor, one of my clients, she loves mojitos. So if you're watching live here, drop in the comments your favorite beverage and give me a thumbs up or a like for this video. I highly appreciate it to see you, and then I give you some love back. So today I want to share with you my major manifestations that happened lately and what came through for me in the process of teaching the Nourished by Luxury coaching, life coaching experience that is happening right now. And anytime I teach and anytime I host a container for women, I get so much, I grow myself, I elevate, I get so much downloads and insights and aha moments, and my life elevates and expands. My manifestation happen faster, and everything I experience, I pour into those coaching containers and these experiences, so that we are on this journey together, right? And so, one thing, I first thought I'm gonna go live in the group and just share this with the girls, but this was such a aha moment where two things, or maybe even three things, came together, which are my passion, which is all about energetic mastery, energy work, frequency work, you know that, and then human design and Kundalini yoga. So merging us all together with the more focused topic that I'm working on right now is guiding you through a process, a journey to uncover what your true soul desires is, because I want more women like you be more happy, live more fulfilled life, really can step into their soul calling, into their purpose, but from a way which they feel really, really nourished, and not just driven by, oh, I need to make impact, I need to step into my soul purpose, and from a outside view. No, it must come from the inside, so that anything that we create, anything that we pour into others, comes from the state of overflow. And so, hi Brittany, lovely. So exactly, this is, I manifested Brittany into my life, definitely. She's a soul sister, a projector sister. She captured my true essence so beautifully on Friday, and we still have some shooting to go. And I was so I was so in love with seeing myself on camera with the results. We had so much fun. Hi, Christy. Mareike, infused gin and tonic. I love gin and tonic, definitely. That's also a good vibe. So everyone who's hopping on now, drop in the comments what your favorite soul beverage is. What does your soul indulge into? Where do you feel really nourished when you have a relaxed evening? For me, it's rosé champagne. That's why I call this Champagne Diaries. What is it for you? And while you're putting this in the comments, I want to dive deep a little bit into what I manifested, or what I'm manifesting right now, because I am here in Paris, which was already an instant and very fast manifestation. And sitting here in this blue saloon, it's like hit me. Like I need to really grasp this and get this, that this is happening. It is a 5-bedroom apartment in the middle of Paris, next to Sacré-Cœur, which is just 15 minutes by foot. Yesterday I nearly went there, but then I turned around because too many tourists were there. And then I was like, yesterday afternoon, I decided, no, you know what, this is so good. I really want to stay here longer. Because my flight back is in 3 weeks. And no, my soul's like, this is home. We gotta stay here and evolve here and expand more into this culture and this lifestyle that these beautiful, feminine, very strong, confident women represent here in Paris. And this is what I also want to embody, right? This European consciousness, this also, it's more conscious wealth, it's more conscious luxury. It is with a lot of soul, a lot of spiritual work behind it, and those codes of vibes I really feel here. So yesterday, hi Sarah, hi Ola. Oh, Brittany typed my comment on IG, but not sure it showed up. I really love the hairstyle. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna use it. Yeah, definitely. I love side. Usually I have a bigger bun, so we can definitely use it for the shooting on Wednesday. So, where are your comments here? So, Karen loves red wine in winter, rosé in summer, and always Prosecco. That sounds good. Yes, definitely, Stella, you're a projector. So, you got to go with the now and with your instant hit. I don't know, Stella, what is your, not Stella, Karen, What is your authority? Because this is something I want to talk about more. The authority in your human design is the way you're supposed to make decisions. And I'm hopping already into the topic that I wanted to talk about, because it is very, Brittany, we need to have this hairstyle. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I thought, Brittany, you were sharing what you love to drink. Last night I saw you drinking red wine in the bathtub on Insta stories. So maybe it's red wine, but also champagne, right? We're in France. We're French girls. So champagne, it should be. What I decided, like spirit, like my soul and spirit is kind of one, right? So spirit talks to our soul. That our soul is a blueprint of spirit. And so spirit told me, my soul told me, you got to go to Paris, right? And then after I came back from Miami, I was preparing for Paris, and I was for a moment even thinking about, okay, 2 apartments or Airbnb-ing in Paris and having my apartment here in Germany is kind of, it's not only more financially, it's also energetically like a lot to organize, to manage. And so I love as a, hi Julie, as a projector, I love to, my environment is very, very, very important. So like I soak up the energy right away, and it is either depleting me or it is totally expanding me. And so this apartment is exactly what I attracted. Thank you, Karen, for the love for my hair. Okay, you have only the heart and solar plexus defined, Karen, but what is your authority? Look into your chart, and there must be something with the authority. So maybe you're a self-projected projector. That means you need to talk it out. I think that was it in the reading. I can hardly remember. But what I was hearing from Spirit is, do not worry about apartments. You're gonna move to Paris anyways. And I'm like, what do you mean with moving? I go there, yes. But I don't want to move, like really move with all the boxes and packing and so stuff. But yesterday I was sitting there, and after this amazing 3 days, Friday the shooting with Brittany, then Saturday she took me to this amazing empowerment brunch with a beautiful woman, all so connected and aligned with a certain soul purpose, which was really what my soul desires, like in-person connection with soulful women, heartfelt women who are on a mission, who have a message to share, who show up for themselves and step into their truth and embody more and more who they are. And then suddenly they were all sitting there at the table, and I'm like, okay, universe, thank you, thank you, thank you. And and then after this beautiful brunch, I was like, okay, I have never felt so quickly so home in a city like in Paris. It was already the same 20 years ago. I was here for the first time. Now I found a friend in Brittany right away. I have these girls. One asked me out for lunch already. And then I was sitting there talking to Brittany about apartments, and I would love to, we were first talking about apartments where I can kind of the short-term rent to come back in April. And then last night, and we were talking about it's not easy, and there is a lot of paperwork, and she also manifested her apartment like out of the norm and in a way that is not normal, and without paperwork and just by divine guidance, right? And so yesterday I was sitting there after a huge download for the creation of the Nourished by Luxury coaching experience, and the whole process about how to manifest faster and tapping your soul desire and connecting to your soul and getting clear, and her messaging came through, that I was like, okay, let's apply this to my own desires. And my soul, I tapped into it. I used the work that I was just channeling, I used for myself. So I did the practice that I shared in last call with the girls, which is the soul gazing mirror work, which is really, really deep. So whoever is on here and has already experienced it can relate to this. Julie has experienced it, and Mareike in the Miami experience. And so I connected with her and looked into my eyes and like, what do you want? And I was like, I want a home here. I want an apartment here. I want something that is mine, where I feel really cozy and in a high vibe neighborhood where we can connect to people whenever we want, which is but still calm enough so that we can recharge enough and are open to receive the downloads and get creative. And so I sat there and I walked myself through this process of soul connection, soul identification, and then listening to what she wants. And then the very important thing is what shows up. Like, what are the limiting beliefs? What is your ego telling you right away? And usually there is some money related issues, right? Oh, it's expensive, or I cannot afford it, or I'm not there yet, or I don't know how to get to this apartment. I don't know people. And I already did my work around all this so much and so often. I write it out, I journal it out, I let it come through, and I lean so much in the trust, and I do the energetic work with my human design and the chakras, that nothing came up. And then I was so surprised. Like, I had this deep knowing, and it was my spleen. So my authority. Oh, Stella, Karen, you have emotional authority. Okay, that's interesting. So my authority is splenic, and Brittany's as well. So we have this instant knowing. It's like it's like an intuition, but it is more a full body response, and it shows up either in fear or either in this, I know it. I know it's happening. It's such a deep knowing. And so I was sitting there. Actually, I was lying on the floor because I did some yoga and stretching. And I was like, I know it. I know this apartment that already a friend of mine from Munich reached out to his friend here in Paris, whose father just remodeled an apartment in Le Marais, which is the district of love and romance and art and spirituality. And he's remodeling it, and he is kind of remodeling it all high standard, high luxury. And as soon as this guy told me about his father, I knew it. I knew it's mine. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. It was just a full body response. Yes, it's mine. And so I reached out to him and texted him like, you know what? It's not only short term. I want to move here. So tell your dad if he's done with remodeling, I am interested. And so this morning he called me back. I need to catch up on all the, Brittany is commenting like crazy, so I need to catch up in a second when I'm finished with the story. So this morning I reached out to him and he said, okay, let's chat about contract and about price and about what you think about should it be furnished or non-furnished. I'm like, okay. So I have an open G center, which is here in the human design, which is all about direction and identity. And so I'm open in my G center. That means I don't have clear direction. I lean so much in the trust and experience in the now that I manifest from trusting and tuning into my splenic energy of feeling, is this a yes or is it no? Right away, right that second, I know it. And so as he reached out, I'm like, yes, that's mine. And whatever opens up, whatever the universe wants me to experience, either the furnished or not, it's already done. It's already done. And so I was on this call with him, and I was talking about it. And hi, Sarah, babe, good to see you. I just texted you this morning. And so I was really trusting, and the trust is what I see of so many of you missing for taking action. And so I know it's going to be, it will have its price, but it will have the price that I'm able to pay because I up level. And anytime I invest in something which is stretchy for me, which is like, I need to take a deep breath, and maybe some money fear and the ego comes up like, how can you afford this? This is a lot. So we just earned this and you want to spend it right away. I'm like, yes, because anytime I invest, and it's a little bit stretchy but still doable, I up level even more. So anytime I invest, right the next week or the next month, I pull in the money even more. And so I already knew that any amount that he gonna call out, I will pay because I will elevate. This apartment is for me an incubator, a portal that opens up so that I get to my next level, because I'm all about the mastery of the energy. And when I trade money for an experience or an energetic situation, I know I'm gonna up level. If it's a hell yes, if my splenic authority says yes, let's do it, if my soul says yes, let's do it, then, and I trust and I don't overthink it, which is sometimes happening when the ego kicks in, and I know that I have a defined third eye, which is the head, the tendency to overthink because of our conditioning, because we are taught this way. You have to have a plan, you have to have a balance sheet, and you only can spend as much as you have on your account, right? But that's old paradigm, that's 3D. That's not how to manifest. That's not the 5D reality that we're creating right now. And that's not aligned with your energetic design. So when you know your soul design, your human design, your energetic blueprint, and you know your patterns where you tend to, because you're conditioned, where the open centers are, or when you're conditioned in your defined centers, then you're running too high of the energy. So for example, I know I'm defined in my head, and which is great because I have clarity, I love structure, I can create concepts, I can create a process. For you who are open in your head and maybe have no idea about how to get to know your soul desires, so I downloaded and created this process, which will help you to gain more clarity about your soul, how to connect to your soul, how to identify your soul, how to deal with the fear that comes up, how to lean more into faith, how to create a vision of your identity, who you need to become. And there's something that came through which is totally new, which is called your soul luxury, your soul lux archetype. So identifying which, or getting to know which soul lux archetype you are, and then taking action, what you need to know about your design, why you're holding back on taking action. I see so many women, maybe they have an idea about what they want. Then they do not allow themselves to truly let the desire come up because they already feel like something so big wants to come through and they are afraid of their own soul greatness. Then I see other women having these soul desires of luxury and wealth and nourishment and travel and freedom and being loved and having a partner, having a family. And then the ego comes up and the fear of, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not pretty enough, maybe I don't know how to run this business because I have no clue how to do it and I am not sure if I can figure it out. Or the money fear comes up. So what to do, how to go walk through fear with faith is a huge, huge step. And I tell you, you are not here to do this on your own. I don't do it on my own. I have my coach, I have soul sisters to support me, I have a mastermind all these, the support, because I don't know it either myself. And so what I know is, when I know my design, when I know my open centers, I can take action and get support where I need it. For example, I have an open throat, and we manifest from our throat. So speaking it out, you literally speak it in your reality. And so Brittany, my love, I checked your design, has a defined throat, and we already knew this before. And she's really good in video and talking and creating and capturing your stories and creating your core message with you. So she's a word wizard in terms of putting all what you say together in a really concise, soul aligned, heart capturing message. And so it's totally true, and it's totally natural, and for me now obvious, that I attracted her into my life to help me to get more my message out there in photos, and now next step gonna be video, because I love being on video. And as I know that I have a undefined throat, I am likely to pick up other people's message and maybe think that I and my message is not so clear and not so good like other people. And this actually happened this weekend as we were talking about it. I was thinking like, oh my God, everything that I say is not so clear, and I feel everyone else can say it better. And as I was working on my own stuff, I noticed that this is a pattern which I had, and how can I shift it? So whenever I notice a pattern, it's not about good or bad, it's just a pattern. And this is why I love human design so much, because it allows me to identify my true self and get to know myself more. And then I can master my energy through it, so that I become more magnetic, so I become more confident, so I can manifest faster. And so I use Kundalini meditation to clear my throat and get rid of everything which I think is not, I think I should be doing or should be saying, and to really get to the core essence of my own truth. And then I use Kundalini meditations to activate my throat chakra. So, and I do Facebook Live like here, and I practice speaking more and speaking my desires into this camera, and telling it you helps me to activate my throat chakra, and from this throat chakra, speaking it out, we manifest it. So by telling everyone, hey, I'm looking for an apartment in Paris. Do you know someone? I was even posting it in a Facebook group. I speak it into the matrix, into the vortex, into the universe, tell it the universe. And then I get into the excitement and lean so much into trust that I allow the things to come to me that will support me. I know that when I speak my truth, when I express my desires, I know I will be supported in any way that is aligned with my desire, for my highest good. And everything that I think I want, but does not show up, is not in alignment with what my soul desires. So that's how I now realized even more what is happening right now. By talking to Brittany, I got more clear about my message and the path to help you to work together and uncover together your soul desires. So I'm gonna help you with my gifts of being a projector to project here your desires, to see what you cannot see, and to uncover with you, with my strength as being defined in my crown, which means constant inspiration and helping you to get inspired and see your vision. And my third eye is my head, where I conceptualize easier and create processes and structures, so that you, if you have no idea about how to connect to your soul, how to hear and listen to your soul desires and to communicate with her and identify your intuition, and how to deal with the fear that comes up, and then see it, what you want to create and where do you want to go and where she wants to lead you, and then finally take action, which is all about commitment, which is in the G center, and the root chakra, which is the pressure center. So if you have a desire, for example, and make a plan, because you're so good and defined, I make plans like crazy because plan is a concept, is a structure. So I love making plans, and I ask myself why I'm so hard times to follow through and take action. Because I'm a projector, I don't have a defined root, and the root is the pressure center. And so what helps me is, and I don't even have the sacral, which is the creative force, and the feminine, and so, which is also a pressure center, an energy center, but it's more about the root. To get things done, I have a strong willpower, a defined heart, so I make plans, I have the willpower, but to really follow through needs the G center as the commitment and the root to execute. And so I know this, and what I can do is either I get together with people who have this defined, because then I tap into their energy and it is easier. So going out in a co-working space is then easier for you if you are maybe undefined there, and you pick up the energy of your surrounding and the people who are around you, and then suddenly you get more things done in a co-working space or in a cafe than being alone at home. If this resonates with you, you can put it in the comments. And then, where was I? I was looking at Brittany's comments because she always comments so much. I love that, the interaction with here. Okay, so I love Baileys. Oh, there's also vegan Baileys now, Brittany. So I'm very excited about this. I also had a crazy Paris apartment manifestation story that defies what is normally possible. Yes, so you manifest from your beliefs that you're holding, right? And if you believe, yes, Karen can relate that with some people you feel more energy, but also with some people they can drain the energy. So manifesting from trust and belief is so important. So you manifest faster when you look at what you believe you're holding, because this is the truth that you will get reflected in your reality. So if you want to create a different reality, you need to look at your beliefs first. But also you got to look at what are your patterns? And I got this even more clear. And this is the really new thing that comes into my teaching, that I just needed to connect the dots of the mind work, the energetic work in terms of quantum work, manifestation, law of attraction, vortex, Abraham Hicks, and then your own human design, your energetic blueprint. How does this match together? Where do you need to clear things out, and where do you need to work more, and which centers, which chakras need to be activated so that both things come together faster? And it's all about frequency, and it's all about alignment. It's not about time, it's about timing. And when you vibrate in a certain frequency, and which is then the frequency of your desires, which is held for you in the vortex, then suddenly it collapses into your reality. And it's really then manifesting. It comes into physical form. And then it happens that this person calls me today, this guy, and tells me, yeah, you know what? I want to talk about the apartment with you, and I know my dad, and he literally said, I want him to fall in love with you because I want to support you. I want you to get this apartment, and I feel that you're passionate, and I feel that you really want it, and I want to help you. And I'm like, wow, that's so easy. And so if you lean into the trust, but Brittany, you said you're missing trust. So if you are, hi Isabella, I hope you're doing so much better, girl. So Brittany, what is it? Why do you think you cannot let go of control and lean more into trust? Hello, Hans. So what is it that, what is your belief that, what if I trust more? What does happen if you trust more? What do you think happens if you trust more? Because it is really looking about the patterns. It's not about I do this wrong or I should be doing this. It's looking at your patterns, because if you're looking, you have a problem, things are not working, and you're trying to get to a solution, it's still holding the same vibration of the problem, because you're trying to create a solution from the energy of I don't want this problem, and this is still resistance. So if you look at your life just in patterns and in frequencies, there's no judgment. And so when there's no judgment, then there is no resistance. Then there's no good or bad. Then there's just information. All that you experience in your life is information and an invitation to work with something. And so the first step of this process that I teach right now, the ladies in the Nourished by Luxury life coaching experience, and just as a side note, the whole process calls me for I don't know yet what, but it will be available for you. It will definitely be available for you if you work with me one-on-one, because this is, I always teach what I go through, what I embody. And with this happening so fast, I say it's so powerful. And it is a 4-step process. It's not like you have to go through a 3-month coaching for me. So what I experience right now is, whenever I channel it right now, whenever I guide you on this journey to uncover what your soul desires, is so potent, and it happens so fast that you don't need to study X amount of modules or watch so many videos. It's right now. And these are simple, practical steps I do every day. And you see, like within 1 week, I need an apartment to stay here, and I don't like Airbnb, so let's kind of manifest something easier, to I want to live here, I want to move here, and there's an apartment showing up in my favorite area, luxury vibes and private connection, so no kind of real estate fees or whatever. It works when you know the process, and I can show you the process, because that's my zone of genius, to make a process, a plan, a structure, and I help you to uncover your patterns, why it's not working for you. Because this is the thing, what I notice with, at the moment, so much information is available. Always. Everyone is putting out content for free, and Facebook Lives and webinars and challenges and all these things. But what do you do with this information? How can you work it? How can you make it work for you? And I see so many women wanting to take action, but they don't. And the question is why? Why are you not taking action? And I have some women in my mind, which I am so sad. And I know they're going to watch this live, and they feel like, oh, I really would love to. And I know I have so much inside of me, and my soul feels ready to step into something bigger, and I want to create a bigger life, and I am here for something bigger, but they don't take action. So they just gather information, but what do you do with it? How can you make all these information work for you in every day? Like, create your own power manifestation routine, or know how to create this connection with your soul and create more trust that she guides you, that you have all the answers inside. Because I know that so many of you will watch this live here and still won't take action because you're too afraid. Your ego is still holding you captured. You're leaning into this dictator in your mind. You're not trusting yourself. You don't believe in yourself and your capability. You have excuses, your children, your family, your finances, whatever. Or even you just tell yourself, oh, I have invested so much already and I still don't see it. I tell you, it makes me sad. And I will still show up and I will still do these lives and I will still put free content out there. But it will get you eventually only to a certain point where you got to choose to take action. Manifestation happens not from just putting your desire into the vortex and sitting there. It is receiving is an active energy of doing your side of the part, doing your part of this co-creation. And so if you know your patterns and if you know your energetic blueprint and which centers are defined and which centers are open and how to work through this conditioning, this is a huge, huge step forward. Okay. And so I want to make an offer for you. I do human design readings and I call them soul design readings now because I use channeled messages through my gifts as a projector, as a medium, through my intuition. And we're going to look at your chart and I can help you with whatever you want to create, with whatever is most pressing for you. And we're going to come up with a routine with your personalized Kundalini meditations, with your personalized routine that you can do every day so that you can work on your mastering your energy. And this is also what I teach right now in my one-on-ones and in the Nourished by Lookery live experience. And this is what I do every day. So if you're interested in a single session, just to look at your chart and that you get more clarity about what you need to do to take action, then put soul design in the comments and I will reach out to you and I can tell you more how this is going to work and what we're going to set up and how much it costs and all these things. So soul design in the comments and I will get back to you. One thing, and then I'm going to wrap it up because it's already 7:30 here. One thing which is so important. If you want to connect deeper to your soul, there's a soul gazing, which I'm going to not tell you now about it, maybe in another live, but the sacral center is very important for it. The sacral center is our feminine energy. And so you can draw your chart by mybodygraph.com and you soul design. Okay, Empress, I'm gonna get back to you later. Okay. If you are, and by the way, I also work with women, with men, not only with women. If you are a man and you are on your awakening process, I honor you so much. So I also read charts for men. Girls, if you want me to read the chart of your guy, and if you're matching or if you have any challenges in your relationship, I can also help you with that. But for the sacral is the feminine energy, and even for guys, it is so, for men, it is so important to tap more into your divine masculine, which is also integrating the feminine energy. It's not, okay, Sarah, I'm gonna send you some information, but you also need to get back to me in the messages that I sent you on Messenger, Facebook Messenger already, because I already asked you about your design. See, I can see it, I feel it already before it's manifesting. It's so fun. It's so, like, this is exactly. Sarah put in the comments soul design. She wants to learn more about it. And I reached out 2 hours ago to her to help her make a decision with in which way or form she wants to work with me. And I wanted to look at her design to see what is blocking her. So go to and check your messages. I did that. Yes. That's how it works. If you're so connected, you already manifested before, and then it's now happening in the physical form. I love it. I love to connect all of it with you in the quantum first, and then it collapses. And so it's so beautiful to unfold, to see this unfolding, what your soul desires. So what I wanted to say is, if you want a deeper connection and getting to know your intuition and to know, is it my soul speaking to me or is it my ego, my mind? There are two parts. First, connect, look, check your chart and see, is your sacral chakra, a sacral center defined or not? Because if it's not defined, it means you don't have consistent energy in there, and we got to work on this. And so it is all about letting go of control and trusting more, and less doing and more being, and getting still and tuning in. So what you can do is make time, make space throughout the day to be more and do less. Connecting to your soul is not about doing more, meditating more, journaling more. It's less doing. It's more tuning in. Even taking a bath, or even just relaxing here on a couch with a cup of tea, that's being. And eventually, your soul trusts that she can show up. It takes time, it takes patience and practice, but this is one thing. And then the second thing is how to identify her voice, how to know that your intuition is speaking to you. There are different ways your intuition will speak to you, and this is called the authority in your human design chart. And depending on your authority, you will hear your intuition speak to you differently. And even there are certain more informations how you're gonna feel if this is a yes or a no, depending on what design type you are. So get to your mybodygraph.com and type in your information, and then draw your chart, and then reach out to me and get back to me, and I will help you to get more clarity about your authority and what your authority is and how your intuition speaks to you, and I can help you with this. And if you put soul design in the comments, I will reach out to you and tell you more about your reading. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say, because this dropped so clearly into me this weekend as I was going through this manifestation process and followed what my soul desire was, that these are two very important things. To manifest, to master your manifestation energy, you need to get to know your energetic blueprint, your soul design, your human design, because human design is all about how your soul is supposed to show up energetically in this world, how to communicate, to interact, what you need energetically to be really in alignment. Because, you know, you can make things happen, you can do whatever you want, but the thing is, does it really feel good? And does it deplete you, or does it give you energy? And the more you lean into your soul desires and follow your soul guidance, the more you are in alignment, the more you expand, the better it feels to be alive and to procreate. And the easier the money will come, the easier the manifestations will come, the lover will come, the apartments will come. It's even more. It's so much more fun and enjoyable to build a lifestyle and a business where you truly feel nourished by whatever you want to create. Is it luxury? Is it traveling? And whatever. Soul luxury for me is really just an energy of, yes, this is what I desire. Yes. That feels so good. And whatever makes you feel good, this is luxury for you. Okay, I think this was a good ending. So my loves, thank you so much for watching. If you want to join my group, Nourished by Luxury, you can do that. I will put Nourished by Luxury in the comments so that you can join the group. There it is. Join my group, because I go live with the Champagne Diaries and more free master classes in the group, and so there's a lot deeper, more intimate connection. You can join it, and as I said, put soul design in the comments and I will reach out to you. I loved this conversation with you, and I will talk to you soon. This week I will go live on Thursday again from a very special place, which I want to take you with me. So stay excited. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me in DMs at any time. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye.